couple or three websites other than mine. So I decided to come out and to come up with my real name. And right away I started to get very violent reaction from family members in Syria. Some of them disowned me. If they cannot get to you, they're gonna go after your family. And they do. But very quickly it grew, and very quickly it seemed that my role started to become kind of central. My whole social life has changed. I've had now new friends. I've lost existing friends. The kind of work exactly that I'm doing, I would say there are probably at least a dozen people out there. We have multiple websites, about half a dozen websites. There are three big ones. The biggest one has right now 23,000 members, and it's growing. It grows right now at the rate of 1,000 people per day. I started by posting pretty much mostly revolution updates, things that were happening on the ground. We tried to be sort of a channel for people to know what's going on in Syria because they couldn't know. Peaceful coexistence and non-sectarianism, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I put it right here with all of honor against sectarianism. That information, we either get it from other websites instantly, the moment it gets posted. A lot of times we get it directly from people on the ground. It's very important to be available right there, right then, because there is a demonstration that's being built up right now. If you don't get enough numbers of people at that moment, it can be suppressed instantly. But if you can get 20, 30,000 people within the next half an hour, it can become successful. Very important to be awake between the hours of 3 a.m. and 2 p.m. That 12 hours is very important because it coincides with midday towards midnight in Syria. So even after that, you start to do a lot of processing. You start to sort out the videos. Once in a while, you get some really bad video, not bad in its nature, but rather it's sent by the Syrian propaganda machine. We try to err on the side of spreading the news rather than on the side of caution, because people need the information. When the uprising started on the 15th of March, my sleep cycle changed dramatically. I started to go on for probably 40, sometimes 60 hours straight without any nap at all, and then sleep maybe 5-6 hours, and then go on for another day and then sleep a few hours. So I start to really get sick, physically sick from that. When I start to see the scenes of murders, I mean literally these were live images coming out right there on the scene in multiple Syrian cities, but especially in Daraa, I felt some serious emotional collapse. And it lasted for about probably a couple hours. I couldn't write, I couldn't do anything. I burst into tears. I couldn't literally I collapsed in there. At that point, I couldn't write anything. I had to ask some people to cover for me. I got some rest a little bit. I got it out of my system, and then I got back here.
Who is the oppositions? We go on their pages on Facebook, on websites, and we see nicknames. We see nicknames, like 90% of them are nicknames. Like the other 10%, people that we've never heard of. We don't know what's their intention. Who are you? I mean, we have been enjoying stability, security, and peace for such a long time, and you came out of blue to mess up our life. We don't want you. The graffiti was started from here, all the way here, and even on this window. Although this window is not ours, it's the neighbors, but that they did cover it also. The night before, that was around 7:30, I did receive a call from a male caller. He was saying, "Shame on you, you guys are supporting a criminal regime. You are as criminal as the regime is, and one day we're gonna be like dealing with you soon." We are a mid-size travel agency. The major part of our business goes to the Middle East. The Arab world in general, you would see like a lot of reform needed, and Syria is not an exception. I do believe that President Assad is very popular amongst his people. They started calling for a Syrian revolution, although there was nothing that's called a Syrian revolution yet. They were calling people to go to the streets. You should be on mosque so-and-so and the city of so-and-so and the date of so-and-so at the time so-and-so. Nobody responded to them like 3-4 weeks. And then finally we saw some people go into the streets and they were asking for freedom. The government has responded. Why are there still like march and demonstrate over and over? Go back home and give me a chance, give me a break. Give the government a break.
ووسط كل هذه التطورات شيعت المدن والقرى السورية المزيد من جثامين الشهداء.
I am the editor-in-chief of the Arab World newspaper. It's the largest Arab American newspaper in the Southland, at least. Maybe many people, they don't like what I write. But I write it because I believe in it. And even if you don't agree with me, it's not a big deal. We're still friends. I don't represent the Syrian government. I don't represent the party. I represent myself. And I think I'm one of millions of people that they love their country. And they want the peace and justice in their country. The other day we had, pro and anti, demonstrators against. And I said hello to some of them, there is nothing. But the issue is with them, my friend. They consider anybody who is supporting Syria or supporting the president, he's a spy. I never expected that a Syrian will kill a Syrian for the name of democracy and change. I want them to show me just a power of attorney from God, telling them to kill this or that. It's not a revolution, it's an armed rebellion against the country. Because those people came in Syria first asking for, change. Number one, they wanted to lift the state of emergency. It was lifted. They don't want the special courts, tribunals. It was cancelled all. They want to change some mayors and some police officers and some governors. They were changed right away. President Assad did that. So if you are demanding something and your demand is met, why you go to the mosque and to announce jihad against the government and telling ignorant people that this guy is Alawi or Christian and killing him is okay and you will be a martyr if you die and go to heaven. And there's 70 beautiful ladies waiting for you at the doors of the heaven. This is what I don't agree with. Chanting Silmiya, Silmiya, or peaceful, peaceful, it doesn't mean that it's Silmiya, Silmiya. I can go outside now and start chanting, a peaceful, peaceful demonstration and shoot somebody over there. Somebody infiltrated those groups. They give them money, they give them sniper rifles, they give them guns, they give them all kind of stuff, and they support them with high-tech cameras. And they can edit, I saw many videos on the internet, and I can tell that it's not from Syria. It's very easy with the Photoshop now. I can make you a video putting that Barack Obama is protesting in Syria for the downfall of the regime. The main thing they have against Assad, that crushing the Muslim Brotherhood gangs in 1980, between 79 and 1982, let's say. It's the same fight. This is the same fight. The Islamists, they just think that the president of Syria should be a Muslim Sunni. So and in the city of Hama, they were, it was their own stronghold center. So the Syrian forces, the Syrian army, they went to Hama and they finished it. There was victims, yeah. Some people died thousands, some people died tens of thousands, but at the end, they were gone.
I lived very happy life until 1982. I was 8 years old. I remember the days were gray and the night were darker. It became so Hama under siege. There's no food, we can't go outside, we can't go at night time. It led to the uprising, to the government to come to Hama and kill it all and make her learn a lesson. Because they don't go with the regime, they don't agree with their regime. They wanna say, no, we don't like you. It was scary. Night and no electricity. We were sitting, me and my mom, my dad, in the house with the candle at night. And you can only hear the walkie-talkie. And every time they shoot or something, our whole building is shaking. I hear they were knocking very bad on the door, and they open up and they took my dad because he's a doctor. They told him, we need you in the hospital. So he left it. And my mom, she tried to say something. They told her, we will shoot you. She was yelling, why you took him? I remember her voice. She was yelling, "Help, please." Yeah. After that, they took us to a city of Homs. Nothing happening there. They don't know anything. I didn't recover. Maybe until now, I told you I didn't recover. I have 3 amazing kids. They told me, no, do Facebook. I said, okay, I want to see what's going on. I want to put my name. I want to make a comment. I want to push people to do something. I was against that. I don't want my kids to lose time or, with the internet, with the Facebook. They make me learn how to do it. I'm still now, like, I want to do dislike, like, comment. I'm still learning.
Yep. Now, that's it. One time. $1.69. How much money you gave me? $2. Good. Smart boy.
I was so happy when I was in the car at 8 o'clock in the morning when they announced on KPCC the President Mubarak, he stepped down. I want to do something, I want to dance, I want to open the window, I want to shout. When you finish, wipe yourself. This is history. That's why when I thought maybe it will come to Syria, but it's very far dream. I'll walk slowly. Here people ask me every day, aren't you afraid to go to protest? Somebody can tip you or something to Syria. I said, no, why? I'm gonna be afraid. Who's the winner? They have connection with the government there. One of them, I saw them, but he's defending himself. I don't know. I saw him last time. I know he's working with them, but I don't know how they work. What they gaining? They gaining money. They tip people. I don't know what they are doing. Most of them have a real estate or travel agent. They make a reservation for people. Maybe they need them to collect information from people who they are, what they are doing.
يا بشار باي باي يا بشار باي باي بدنا نشوفك بلاهاي.
I have been in Anaheim last week. For every store I have been seeing flyer all around Diamond Bar, Anaheim, Brea. Do something, help me. The people there, they are not afraid. They are put their body on the red line. I'm not gonna be afraid anymore, no. I know in my heart there will be a lot of dead people, but in the other side, I know for sure if we didn't do it now, there will be more killing, more revenge for us. Every Friday, I'm hoping this will be this Friday. Sometimes I stand up in my room just walking. I don't know how to sit down. I have to be more stronger. I felt like now I have a Syrian blood. I belong to them now. I felt proud of them. And I need them to be stronger. I need them to earn their freedom. يا رب العالمين ربي اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن يقوم الحساب ربي انصر أهلي في سوريا رب كل الحالات.